Welcome back. There is a live look outside from the Oregon coast. That's our Inn at Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Portland is home to thousands of crows, but how do they stay so abundant when the days get shorter and the temperatures drop? Our next guest explores the mystery behind these resilient birds in her new book, I Am We. We welcome author Leslie Barnard Booth. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, it's wonderful to be here. Thanks for having me.
The book is so beautiful, and it sounds like you were inspired by birds right here in town.
I definitely was. This is definitely a Portland-grown story. I've always loved crows growing up and been intrigued by them and found them kind of mysterious and interesting. But then my interest was really piqued when, during the pandemic, when schools were still closed, I was out on a walk in the rain in the fall with my kids because we tried to get out of the house every day.
That's what we did, right? Yeah.
And we were out walking, and I think because we were walking every day, we were noticing our surroundings even more than we had before and kind of picking up on things maybe we'd missed in the past when we were outside. And so one day, out in the rain, in the fall, we looked up and there was just this stream of crows flying overhead, just a continuous stream, crow after crow after crow. And it was really beautiful. And then the next day we walked again because we didn't have much else to do. And we noticed around the same time, the same thing was happening. And so around 4:30 every afternoon, we would see these crows streaming west across the sky. And I think it really lifted our spirits to have that and to have that to look forward to. And of course I got curious and my kids got curious and we wanted to know, like, why is this happening? What is this about? And so I did some research and found out that crows in fall and winter tend to gather in these huge groups to sleep. And so I figured that's where they were all going, somewhere west. They were gathering to roost at night and to sleep in a big group. And then, as if that wasn't enough to inspire me, over a year later, I was downtown and lockdown had ended and it was a winter night and I was walking through the park blocks and I heard this incredible racket. And I looked up and I was surrounded by crows. There were thousands of crows and they were in the trees, they were on every rooftop and every ledge, and it was just an incredible experience.
Well, and I can understand your research project and how fun that you dove in with your kids to learn more about, they're really social animals, right?
They are, and that's something I really love about crows. As I've learned more about them, I see them so differently because, they're very social. They have a complex social structure that's a little bit like ours. They live in mated pairs, and the mated pairs stay together year-round.
Oh, wow.
And for their whole lives. So they have this lifelong bond, and then they also have families.
Right.
And
they can have pretty big families too, right?
They can. They really can. They, unlike a lot of birds who, where the young birds fly off and then they go to a new territory, and that's kind of the end of that family bond. For crows, these families can get so big because sometimes the young stay back with the parents and they can do that for years, and they help raise their younger siblings. They bring food to them, they bring food to the nesting female.
That's so cool. We've got some photos here of real life crows to kind of illustrate some of the points that you're talking about, and that's so cool that like older siblings might hang out and take care of younger ones, which reflects some human nature, and that's kind of part of what the title is about too, right?
Yes, so the title is about crows and how they collaborate. I am we, how the individual and the flock are intertwined, and the safety and well-being of the individual is tied to that of the flock and the family. And then another layer to the title is that I am we, more generally, just this larger theme of interconnectedness. And I think crows can really remind us of the power of collaboration, and that for us as social animals, that's one of our huge strengths too, is our ability to work together.
Speaking of, the illustrations in this book are so beautiful. Tell me about that collaboration. They're just so stunning.
Yes, I have just been so thrilled to be able to work with Alexandra Finkeldye, who's the illustrator of this book. Her art is just incredible, and I feel like the bookmaking process also speaks to this theme of I am we, because there's so many people involved behind the scenes. There's the editor, the art director, the illustrator, the designer, all these people coming together to create this work of art. And so it's definitely a group project and a collaborative effort. And from the minute I saw Alexandra's illustrations, the first sketches I saw, I just really felt that she and I were in sync in terms of just the meaning and the mood and the feeling of this book.
Especially for something that's geared toward younger readers. I think that's so impactful when the images are so striking. Can you leave us with one of your favorite 1 or 2 fun facts about crows?
Oh, it's so hard to choose
I know.
one. But, well, I would say one fascinating fact about crows is that crows can solve puzzles that stump human children.
Okay, so that's incredible. And they might be able to use tools too, right?
Yes, they can use tools, and they can make tools out of multiple parts.
That's
amazing.
Amazing. Well, I can understand how you got totally hooked, and here is the end result. And thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
Great chatting with you. Okay, I want to let everyone know that Leslie has a book event tomorrow at 7. It's at Annie Bloom's Books on Capitol Highway. She also has several other events coming up around Oregon and Washington. We'll have all those details for you on our website. The book again is I Am We, and for more information, just head to katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.